welcome back everyone. We are at the top of the Tower of Babylon, and all that's left for us to do to complete the game is basically walk through this door, take an elevator up to the apex of the tower, and that's where we are going to be fighting the Vizier. And I was trying to admire the scenery over here, but then I realized like the way the background is drawn and designed, it's not like in the first game where they made it so it's kind of cinematic. So right over here, this is just a mishmash of different light sources that's supposed to represent all the sand gates that are dotted around the entire map. I wish they could have hashed out more of these mountains in the background. That would have made it a little bit better. And then this, the way the light makes the rest of the tower looks, is kind of cool. But all we need to do now is just hit this switch, and once we pass the door, there's going to be a final narration from Kailina. So I'm just going to let her play.
You may wonder why I would let this come to pass. So many dead, and likely more to follow. An empire reduced to rubble. A prince cast to the streets and hunted like a common criminal. But I had seen the timeline. And of all the outcomes laid bare to me, this one held the most promise of them all. For the prince would have an opportunity to set things right. Watch now. See the thing of which I speak.
And I guess that's the kind of moral of this final chapter of the journey of the prince, is you can't just keep using your sand powers to keep rewinding and undoing your mistakes and then pretending like they never happened. Sometimes you just have to live with the mistakes that you made, and you have to work through them, even though it's really going to hurt you. You lose people that you care about. Sometimes maybe you lose other things as well. But it is working through these mistakes that actually help you grow and make you a better person, or in this case a better king.
Now where did I put those bullets?
Zervan,
What is it?
in case I don't get the chance again.
You impudent pig! I offer you life eternal, and this is how you respond? Oh, I shall enjoy changing you. Hello, Prince. Not quite the homecoming you expected.
And we want to get ready to roll backwards, because he always does this sweep attack the moment we enter combat. But this fight is kind of easy. Once you do enough damage to him, he'll fly away, and then he'll pick up these debris to use as projectiles. And it goes up from 1 to 2 to 3 each time you do enough damage to him. So if I do some more damage to him, he's going to fly away. This time he's going to send 2 of these statues at us.
Immortal perhaps,
One more.
but not invincible.
And then he's going to come back. And after the third set of debris that he throws at us, we'll take him down to 60%, and the fight is basically over.
To my people.
Tantalum, things will be better now. You should thank me.
They live among mindless monsters in service to your madness.
It is the price of progress.
It's always the price of progress until you become the price of progress, isn't it? The same thing with all of these people. But yeah, once we take him down to 60%, you're not fighting him anymore. You're more fighting the camera more than him. And yeah, so what can happen is that sometimes the camera can run you into all these like spinning debris, and that will basically hit you and slow you down. And because he only stays at a spot for like 10 seconds, if you hit any of these obstacles, then it will throw off the timing. So if I'm late to this pillar, then he's going to fly away. And then if I take too long to chase him down, then he'll fly to the next location. And depending on the pattern of the debris on the ground, then it basically means you might take a long time to catch up back to him. But once you do that, he's going to fly up, and the fight is really just done at this point. All we have to do is climb up and then hit our assassination button, and that's a free kill. His energy blasts don't really do that much damage. What can happen is that the energy blast can hit you as you are hanging on the ledge. So right now if I'm standing, then it always takes 2 energy blasts to knock me off. But if I'm holding like these monkey bars like this, then and if I get hit by an energy blast, then I'll just fall to my death like this. So generally, if you keep moving, then he's not really going to be any problem. And all we have to do right now is basically wait for the camera to loop around the entire map once. And at the end of the loop, then the dagger will flash. And when the dagger flashes, like what it's doing right now, all we need to do is attack. And there's no way for the Vizier to hit us during this kind of animation. We are completely invincible. The rest of the game is completely frozen.
This is not what the dagger promised!
This world was not meant for me, but there are others, and I will find my place just as you have found yours. Be free now, Prince. Your journey is at an end. What is it?
All that is yours is rightfully mine, and mine it will be.
Yeah, so the Dark Prince is back one last time, and basically the rest of this kind of sequence is just taking place inside the prince's head. So for whatever reason, I guess maybe the prince fainted, and now he has to wrestle control of his body, supposedly with the Dark Prince.
What did you expect? That when you slew the Vizier, I would simply disappear? Oh, but you are so blind. Your rage, your pride, your selfish ways, they gave me form and substance. Even with the sands gone, I have the strength to remain. And with the Vizier gone, I can take your place and rule the kingdom. And there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. With the ability to manipulate time itself, you had the chance to be the greatest king the world has ever known. What wars you could have fought, what monuments you could have erected in your honor, what women you could have kept.
And this is the hourglass from the first game, if people don't remember. And there are a lot of objects in this mental realm that is a throwback to the previous games.
You failed me, Prince. You grew soft and sympathetic. pathetic. My attempts to convince you to seek glory fell on deaf ears, so I bided my time, waiting for the proper moment to strike.
And this is the health upgrade pool from the first game as well.
You do not deserve what you have been given. Control of the world's greatest empire. With the power at your command, you could rule the world. You have squandered it, Prince. I would do it justice, and so it should be mine.
You are just a parasite! You deserve nothing!
But don't I? Have I not earned it? Do you think you'll be here now if not for me? How many times did I save you? How many times did I unblock your path, take down your enemies, remind you of your mission, while all you did was cry about your father, and Kylina, and Farah, how everything bad always happens to you? Boo-hoo, Prince!
Your words are empty, have always been empty. You are just a desperate, selfish spirit.
And the Dark Prince's dialogue here is why I have a theory that the Dark Prince is actually the warrior within Prince, because that's when the Prince was at his most ruthless. So if we remember, he once, during the last game, he let a copy of himself die, and he also basically just destroyed the Island of Time completely.
If I am selfish, Prince, it is because you are. If I am ruthless and reckless and lacking in morals, it is because you are. I did not spin myself out of the ether. I was not conjured by some mad vizier. I am you.
No, I have seen the error of my ways, and I have atoned for the transgressions of my past. I am no longer that person.
Seasons change, tastes change, but people never change. And you delude yourself believing otherwise. Do not fight me. Set down your sword. Embrace me.
People might not change, but you can add enough to the surface so that it appears they have changed.
You mean to kill me then? To cut me down like all your other enemies? Swing that sword, Prince! We've seen how well that works.
And it's kind of a shame how they don't make the Dark Prince into like an actual villain and make this kind of fight with the Dark Prince an actual part of the game.
Such violence! Your anger serves only to feed me. So I have to ask, have you really changed? After all, I am still right here, standing before you.
What I wish they could have done was that after the Vizier was dead and then Kylina took all the sands with her, I wish some of the sands that were in the Prince would have just stayed, and that is what became of the Dark Prince. And so after the Dark Prince finally taking form, they could have just have the Dark Prince take over like a section of the palace and make that the last like 30 minutes of the game, and also have it be kind of like an homage to some of the OG games from the 80s. So you actually have to chase the Dark Prince and rescue Farah.
Prince, leave this place. It reeks of sadness and cruel intentions. You must not chase this shadow. Turn away. Wake up. I will lead you.
And this is basically the end of this kind of segment. Once we reach the end of that staircase, that's the end of the game. So I'm just going to try to farm some...
Run away! Leave me here that I might finish my work. Take what belongs to me!
Yeah, so I'm just going to try to farm some more extra dialogue over here before I complete the game, because he actually has a couple of dialogues over here.
Me. That worked well. That worked well. Notice how you continue to fail? Just a little bit longer, Prince. Just a little bit longer, Prince. No! What are you doing? Do not ignore me!
Wake up. Wake up.
Farah?
Are you all right?
I think it's finally over.
Prince, there's still something I don't understand. How did you really know my name?
Most people think time is like a river that flows swift and sure in one direction. But I have seen the face of time, and I can tell you, they are wrong. Time is an ocean in a storm. You may wonder who I really am, and why I say this. Come, and I will tell you a tale like none you have ever heard.
Yeah, so that's basically a throwback to the beginning and the end of the first game, where the prince was telling Farah about his adventures, and right now towards the end of the third game we are doing the same. So basically the entire trilogy can be kind of referred to as the prince telling Farah at the end of the third game how he came to know all the things that he actually knows about Farah. And this is a kind of an unlock after beating the game. Each difficulty that we complete gives us a special weapon that we can unlock in our next playthrough, pretty much. And after completing hard, we get a chainsaw. The chainsaw does a lot of damage, but it's also incredibly brittle. And with how I play this game, I basically just never use it.
Shall I continue my story from here?
No, the story's done. The story's completed. So with the story being done and with the entire trilogy completed, I'm just going to show off a little bit more of the extra features. These are unlocked by collecting the chests throughout the game that I was trying to do. And once you reach a certain threshold of your sand credits, then basically these things will unlock. Or at least that's how I think they work. So you get over here, you get a lot of the concept art. So you see over here, that's basically our fight with the Vizier just now. And over here we have the Sand Wraith. And I think a lot of these concept arts were also in the previous games. If you look at some of these icons over here, this is the Sense of Time concept art. This is the original Farah. And then this is the father from the first game. And then this is the old man from the previous game and this game. And it's kind of cool how they put all these concept arts in the game as well. Oh, I think this is... So these are all the concept arts that we can check out. And yeah, that's basically the Sands of Time trilogy. And that's basically, I think, the best place the Prince of Persia franchise has ever been. We get some other Prince of Persia games later on, but I don't think they are all that good compared to this trilogy. And with that said, I think this is the end of our playthrough for the week. Like last time, I'll be taking the rest of the week off. And next week I haven't quite decided what I'm going to be doing yet. But I'll be starting a new walkthrough the next Monday, just like how I started with this walkthrough. I guess any new run I'll just start on a Monday. So come back next Monday and I'll see what I can actually cook up. So thank you everybody for watching. I'll see you guys next Monday.